All right, audio should be good by now. All right, so jumping right in. Thanks for all the insane feedback. I thought people forgot I existed, so I'm glad to see y'all still there. It touched my heart. I appreciate the support. So, but moving forward, what do we want to do? I'll be doing art process, like sketching and painting recordings and videos to show that stuff again. Tutorials, lessons, and breakdowns. I enjoy doing that, so I plan to do that. I don't really want to do podcasts or interviews or product reviews, so that's really all I want to talk about there regarding YouTube. Also music, singing, guitar, that's coming up too. Let's talk about MEDSMAP 2. So a few years ago we launched MEDSMAP 1, which was painting values, colors, portraits, things like that. But let's dive into just a quick tip of the iceberg explanation of where we're going next. So I want to make the skill tree of, kind of like in a video game, of what it requires to build up to certain masteries. For example, you have masteries in video games, movies, illustration, card art, Magic the Gathering, storyboarding, viz dev, oil painting, whatever it is that you want. These are things that you can shoot for, and you can use the skills that we'll be talking about to get there. Now, if you take those skills and these different masteries and add the design process, which is not what we're covering in the next course, maybe a little bit, but that's not the point. Then you go into the concept art or concept design area of this whole thing, where you're sketching, refining, polishing based on research and design. So that could show up as character design, environment, vehicles, props, whatever. But let's get back to that skill tree situation. Here on the left, we have perspective. That was Viscom 1 back at Art Center, where you're looking at 1, 2, 3 point perspective, sometimes fisheye, draw through, that kind of stuff. We're not going to be doing this in this next course, so don't worry. But we are going to be talking about drawing basics, straight lines, curves. Over here is MEDSMAP 1, where we talked about color and lighting and cubes and stuff and portraits and faces. But this time we'll be talking about composition, how to control shape, how to control silhouette, understanding the elements of design with geometry, symmetry, balance, flow, rhythm, how to use the flow as a sort of scaffolding, a structure to play upon, much like music. In this case, the different shapes represent the different beats or notes. And then the harmony is how you play with those by contrasting and flipping and encountering, creating harmony. That's the visual music that we're going to be emphasizing in this course. And we have different elements to use, whether it's repeating lines or circles, and if you can consider that as something that you vary also on the up and down axis, the y-axis, you can create this different rhythm, whether you're painting trees, people, faces, stars, glitter, doesn't matter. But by learning these tools, you can control the focal point, the contrast, the abstraction of what you're trying to paint. And with that, you'll be looking at size relationships, line, value, texture, material, that kind of stuff. And we'll be talking about different kinds of grids to use that will make this whole process so much easier. This is not a difficult process. I thought it was supposed to be hard. No, it's easy. It's so easy. We may be talking about observational studies, still life, plein air, photo studies, movies, that kind of stuff, and research implementation for storytelling. So storytelling can be told as just fundamentals, big versus small, over the shoulder, depth, perspective. Like each of those things do tell a story. So we're going to be trying to use those elements on a fundamental level to build upon to tell even more specific stories. But if you try to jump in right away with this idea you have in mind of this elf character, this and that, and the magic swirling, and you just try to start sketching it, you could get there. But with the tools that we're going to be talking about, the process to get there requires no thought at all. It's more of just a playful exploration that you kind of dance and kind of have a sort of back and forth interaction with the composition. And it reveals itself to you rather than you trying to come up with this perfect, oh my God, this is the best composition, blah, blah, blah. There's none of that. It's more just you're at the mercy of what happens with the process, which is really fun. Cool. I think that's all I got for now. Yeah, I think I was trying to do a different version of the chart here, but yeah, a skill tree pending. We're making the skill tree. It's going to happen, or it might not. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is as far as it goes. I don't actually make the whole thing look cool with little jewels and stuff. Anyway, once again, glad you're all back. It feels weird to be back. Feels like it's not even my channel. Feels like I'm stealing someone else's channel. I'm commandeering it. It's not mine. It's Aldoori's. I'm not that guy. I'm someone else now. Just oh, I'm like, what is? Okay. Anyway, see you next time.